Well, hello there my friends, welcome back to the Scott Ree Project. Now today it is Squirrel Part 2. Today I am going to show you how to prepare old squirrel nutkins. Now a lot of people have been asking for this part. Obviously I did part 1 a while back, so I thought it was about time I got on and did part 2. Have a look at him, look. Standing proud. Now basically you skin this like you would a rabbit, but the thing with this is they ain't as easy to skin as a rabbit. So what I'm going to do then, I'm just going to take the feet off. Obviously if you haven't got a chopper, just use a knife or a pair of poultry shears. Just simple through, and then repeat with the front. And I'm going to take the head off for good measure. So like I said, not the easiest to skin. I'm just going to get my knife just in the top there, and it's a case of just working your way round, trying to loosen a little bit off just so you can get a grip. Because you want to basically be pulling the same amount at the same time. Careful over the stomach because it's very thin. If I can just ease it out. You can see now I'm through. Now just gently over the shoulders. We're not going to be using the shoulders. There is nothing on it. So if you tear it a little bit, it's not a problem. So you can see the pressure that's taking. There we have the front end, and then basically just undressing the back end. If we get our hand in there, we can push through. 1, 2, and then tail off. So my furry friends, be under no illusion, they do not always skin that easy. This was headshot by my main man Coops, my game guru. If you shoot squirrels, you know yourself, you're not always going to get a perfect headshot. I mean, they don't sit around for very long. At the end of the day, we are trying to eradicate the grey squirrel, you know. Eating it is a byproduct, so if we can get a headshot, it just helps us out in the kitchen. But this next one here, Coop shot through the engine room. Now, when you shoot it anywhere but the head, you may get natural tears. So I'm going to show you on another squirrel here. Now this one has been in the fridge for a day. Again, always adds to it. It's chilled a bit more. But like I said, anything can be remedied as long as we don't get any of the feces. If we can help it on the meat, we can always trim up or cut away any bits we don't want. So again, pinching that skin up, knife in. And then just start. Already this is a tougher one. Working our way on that split. Getting our thumb in, trying to roll the skin away. What I don't want to do is burst that belly. So just a little bit holding on now there. You can see how thin that is. I mean, we don't want to burst. At the end of the day, we can deal with anything else, but we don't want that belly bursting. So again, you can see the shoulders here have had a bit of a hammering. So like I said, you know, you will get natural tears in the skin, in the meat. So what I'm going to do with that, I won't be able to use that anyway, so just going to remove it, and we're left then with the beautiful loins and the leg. So just pulling it over, again, in, pull. Try not to pull on the meat, pull on the fur. Just finding that bend in the knee. And there we have number 2. Okay then, very simple. We just want to lift up a flap, get our knife in, just start it off, keeping that knife pointed up. We do not want to burst any of the insides. Now I'm just going to go down very gentle, and I'm just going to go each side of the pelvis like I would a rabbit. So by just going through that pelvis there, we have got basically a clean run. If I open that up, to just get 2 fingers just under the paunch, and then just gently ease it out. And because we went through that pelvis, we're nice and clean there. Now, like I said, we don't want the shoulders, so I'm just cutting where the last rib is through, and that gives us 1 portion. So same then, I mean, you can grab a little bit if you want to start it like that, but the main thing is that blade. You can see I'm pulling that stomach up, so I'm away from the insides, through the sternum, nice and clean. What a beautiful fresh thing. Again, either side of the pelvis, 1, 2, just make sure we've loosened that off by just giving it a tug, so we're just still connected there. And then again, 2 fingers, scoop it all out. Obviously we'll have the lungs and the heart in this one, and then just pull nice, again clean. Oh, so there we have number 2, but again, I don't want the front end. And there we have our 2 portions of squirrel ready to go. Okay then, let's have a look what we got. So we have got, obviously there's not a lot on these, we all know that, but we've got the prime, we've got those back legs, and we got that whole loin there. Obviously we've gone through the pelvis, so it's butterflied nicely. You could put it on a barbecue like that, I suppose. There's many things you can do with it. I'm just going to trim that tail down. I'll just trim that tail down on that one, and they are ready for cooking. Good old squirrel nutkin, ready for some magic. Well, my dear friends, please join me for part 3 of Squirrel Field to Fork, when we turn old raw squirrel nutkins into something good. And if you've liked what you've seen here today on the SRP, you know the drill by now. Please click subscribe when my face comes down in this corner. Also find me on my social media on Facebook, Scott Ree and the Scott Ree Project, on my Twitter at the Scott Ree Project, my Instagram at the Scott Ree Project, and do please check out my Patreon page. But until next time, we've shot them, we've prepared them, and we're going to cook them. Take care, my friends. Beautiful.